Okay, today we're going to give you an overview of a Coburn lens edging system, model number CPE 4000. This is a standard tracer system, however it has a manual blocking system as opposed to some of the newer systems which have an integrated automatic blocking system. Alright, so the first stage we're going to review is the blocking stage. Again, this is a manual blocker to be used with the Coburn lens edging system. The blocks shown here have a notch over on the left side, right where my thumb is. When you go to insert the block into the blocker, you want to make sure the notch stays on the left side. We recommend placing the pad on the block first, and then you just come underneath here and the block inserts there. Again, keep an eye on this image. This is telling you to point the outermost notch to the left when it goes in the blocker. From there, you simply pull the protective film back. From there, you go ahead and insert your lens under the blocking grid, and you'll see there's a standard sliding scale. You'll see the numbers range from 15 millimeters in to 15 millimeters out for each lens. Also take note that in the center of this grid, in contrast to some others, this has a long oval. This will help you see your lens meter markings when the lens is under the grid. You can see the three markings there. So first you'll go ahead and center them on the grid, and from there you move your slider. If we want to move, let's say 4 millimeters in, the slider will be moved to that position, and then you just make sure that your lens is in the same position, keeping all three dots on the horizontal axis. From there, you simply rotate the blocker, push down with a little bit of pressure, and then pull the lens out from underneath. Your lens is blocked and ready to be edged. We'll go ahead and do the same thing with the left eye. Here we're going to go ahead and move the left eye over to the 4 millimeters in position. Again, reposition your lens appropriately. Then go ahead and turn the handle and block the left lens as well. Now both lenses are blocked. You're ready to trace your frame. Okay, for the tracer phase, the only thing you need to do here is make sure that you choose your correct frame material. There's only three choices. These are metal, plastic hard, and plastic soft. The soft mode is for an optile frame, and we don't cut them very often, so most of the times you're going to either cut a metal or a plastic frame. For today's demonstration, we're going to use a metal frame, and we will be tracing both lenses. Okay, frame insertion for the tracer is similar to any other, where you put the frame in between the plastic frame holders here and make sure the frame is securely mounted right and left side. There is a line here that's an approximate position of the bridge of the frame. Once you have the frame in the proper position, then you just push the B button for both. The tracer will go ahead and trace the right and left lenses, and in our case, this particular setup, it will transmit the image to both edgers. You hear the two beeps indicating that it transmitted the image to each of the edges. Alright, now that both lenses are blocked and the frame is traced, now we can go ahead and edge the lenses down. If you'll notice on the blocks, there is a tiny circle here for the chuck. There's only one way, or one proper way, to put the lens in the edger. You slide your lens in, and if it's in the right position, it'll go right in the chuck properly. You push the clamp button. From here you can see the digital interface. The geometric center distance of the frame is listed, so students can use that to verify their own measurements. Once the frame is traced, the lens is blocked and inserted into the edger. The process from here is very simple. You simply close the front window. You push the layout button. This brings us to our layout screen, which for our purposes we don't actually need. All students will have already laid out and completed their own calculations. So we actually skip this step and go right to the edging screen, which is the F7 button. Once you push the F7 button, now we have our edger screen. This lens edger defaults at the right eye, plastic lens, and standard bevel. So for these purposes, that's all we'll need. Then all you have to do is push the start button. Here you'll see the edger go through the initial layout, making sure the lenses are going to cut out, and it also uses this time to calculate proper bevel placement. Here for the right eye we've got about a -5 sphere that we're using for these demonstration purposes. Once you hear the 2 beeps, the edging cycle is complete. Now, although these lens edgers have the capability to put a safety bevel on the lens, we have that turned off. So please ensure that you safety bevel both lenses. As you can see, this needs it. Again, this is a moderate powered minus lens, and you can see there's perfect bevel placement all the way around the lens. Once we know the right lenses to size, now we simply come back up to our edging options screen and push the R1 button, and you'll see now the left eye is highlighted. Now we're ready to edge the left lens. Do the same thing for the left lens. Insert it, push the clamp button, close the window, and push start. Now the edging of our left lens is complete. You can also see here we use a plus powered lens for the left side, and here this also has perfect bevel placement. So it doesn't matter which power we're cutting or what the thickness of the lens is, we'll end up with a good bevel placement either way. Just don't forget to safety bevel each lens before insertion.